Hello there, and welcome to this edition of Thought for the Week. One of my favourite authors when I were a lad, as we say down in Somerset, was Mark Twain. He wrote some brilliant books for young people, and I guess older people enjoy reading them too. There was one called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Wow, I loved it. Another one called The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Equally great. But there was a third book that I never read, not when I was a youngster, although I'd like very much to read it when I've got some time sometime, and it was called Innocents Abroad. He described travels in the Middle East, amongst other things, and when he came to the land of Israel, he observed something very strange. Driving through the wilderness of Judea, where the Bedouin shepherds were grazing their sheep, just as David did, way back in the days of the Hebrew scripture time, he observed this. The sheep in Israel eat rocks. Well, they don't, although you could forgive him for thinking that they do, for the simple reason that the Bedouin shepherds know precisely where there is grass to be found. Oh, not lush pastures in the sense that we have them in Britain, but certainly grass, dried grass, in amongst the stones. That's what the sheep feed on, although to all intents and purposes he thought they were eating rocks. So when in Psalm 23 we read this, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures." That's a fascinating statement because we immediately picture an English pasture with lush, long grass. No, in context it wasn't like that. But in context it's remarkable in that the sheep would thrive because the shepherd knew precisely where the grass could be found. That's the whole point of David's statement. He makes me lie down in green pastures. It's because the Lord knows exactly what he's doing. He provides pasture for me when it seems to be highly unlikely. But you notice in that line of the great poem that we call Psalm 23, David says, he makes me lie down in green pastures. He makes me do it, because so often I won't do it of my own accord. He's got to take me in hand, he's got to flip me over on my back, as it were, and make me lie down to rest, or so that he can treat me if I need serious help. In an establishment I once led, we had a resident shepherd. He was great. And Phil, wanting to treat the sheep, used to grab them and flip them over on their backs so that he could see to them, attend to their feet if their feet were damaged, or do whatever he needed to do. He was expert at it. And the sheep would simply lie there and allow him to do what he wanted and needed to do. That's a great attitude, for us to rest in the Lord and allow the Lord to do whatever he needs to do in order to bring blessing into our lives. Let's do it this week, shall we? Let the Lord our shepherd have his way. Well, goodbye for now. May he bless you this week.